kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. Bringing it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Washington State has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29. Here comes the offense on first down. They're going to ride this running back. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4. The Cougars have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Trying play action. He's got it. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down. And the Cougars come to the line with a new set of downs. Got it in the middle. It's Aurora. Turning it on. He stopped at the 45 after picking up 10 yards and the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. Going to sling it on second down. He's going to let one fly down the middle. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He'll try to take it back. He's at the 40. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Huskies. And they turn it into a defensive score.
And the defense sets the tone early in this football game. We're still in the first quarter, and this is looking like they're putting a complete game together. Offense scoring, defense scoring. Palmer, they're up 2 touchdowns already.
Yeah, you got to give this coaching staff credit. They have their guys ready to go, and this is what you call firing on all cylinders early in a game.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Here comes the Wazoo offense onto the field again. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. The Cougars, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Wants to go up top on first down. Makes the catch. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there. Quarterback stands alone, all wide receivers. Second down, they'll go to the air. Makes the catch. Can't get him to the ground. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks. You can feel and hear the purple rain all the way across Lake Washington. Third down coming. Now across the 50 and at the 48-yard line. They'll have it 1st and 10. Pulls it and fires to the left.
He was not fooled on that one. You know, a lot of times you want to buy space, and you throw this route really when it's off cover, but you can tell was up, ready to come, pounce on that screen, and get the tackle for a loss.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Marshall. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Lining up to convert third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man. He wasn't far from taking it to the house, and that'll be the final play of the first quarter. We've reached the break. Bow down to your leaders, Washington. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. First play of the period, first down here. Gives it on the option. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here.
These running backs nowadays, they're built so low to the ground, thick and compact, but fast and shifty. They're just so hard to tackle. And you can see he just does a great job breaking tackles, breaking tackles. He does this consistently. That's why he's really hard to stop at the running back spot.
Hand off from the shotgun. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. On first and goal, let's see if Washington State can get it in. Trying to find the end zone. Touchdown, Wazoo! They punctuate the chance with a trip to the end zone. And the offense finds a way to cut into this lead, but they still have plenty of work to do.
They do, but that's a big score. You don't want to get late and start getting in the second half where you're fighting to come back by so many points. So great job getting points, get that momentum back on your side so you can come out and do some good things when you get the ball next time.
The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive, and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Fires to the middle. And he got a hand in there. Knocks it away. Incomplete.
You know, these linebackers have to be so good in zone coverage of reading the quarterback's eyes to get to the ball. You saw that linebacker do it.
Off play action. Caught behind the line. It's Goodman. Breaks into the open. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. Washington has it and a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Rolling, throwing, looking right. Makes a grab deep. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38. Washington has a lot of things working. Set up with another first down. Pass the sticks, and he may get more. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Huskies. Saw a crease, nothing but green grass and opportunity, and he flashed. For 6.
And when you can get 30-plus yards out of your running back and he can make big plays like this, man, it's hard to call a lot of passes. I'm just going to feed this guy the rock.
Out of the end zone. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Washington State has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Pollard, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Here's a heat. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. Washington State sends out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He's got great speed. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. Off-play action on first down. Going for the big play. And the DB making a huge play, knocking it away downfield. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. From the gun, the running back has it. He has the first and still on his feet. Lots of room to run. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Husky. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead. And they knock through the extra point, and they're up 28-7.
Man, I am a great play caller when I can hand it to guys like that. And he can go that far to the house, create big plays, showed you a little bit of vision, showed you a little bit of burns when he kicked it in gear and got the long touchdown.
And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, second down coming. They're dealing with a second and long. Wants to go up top. Fires to the tight end. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Let's see what call they have on third and long from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. Gets it out quickly. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line. The analytics nerds say the goal is at least 4 yards on first and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Quickly to the tight end. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. And here comes the offense on second down. Send the tight end in motion. Handoff to the single back. And the defense snows him under after a very short gain.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Oh, he was in the backfield immediately, a 3-yard loss. Washington State will have to boot it away. The punt team makes its way onto the field. No return possible on this one. It goes out of bounds, and they'll mark it right around the 30-yard line. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. They've been the height of efficiency here in the first half, David, and you've got to think they're going to try to click it right down the field here.
When you're looking at your playbook and it's worked so well in the first half, I'm going to continue to do what I've been doing, Palmer, because it's been all gas.
Oh, that's right. Strike while the iron's hot, too. Before this defense gets to go in at halftime to potentially make some adjustments, show you some different looks in the second half. Whatever you've been doing, it's working. Keep it up.
There he goes. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the first down. Washington right back to the line. Wide receiver comes in motion. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Lets it fly. He's got it. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington.
Well, in the modern era of college football, you're seeing more and more athletic tight ends, like what you just saw right there. The defense had no chance covering that guy down the field. He makes them look silly on his way in for the long touchdown.
Washington, 35. Washington State.
He'll bring it out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. They take over late and have enough time to put together a drive. Wants to throw on first down. Incomplete, and he threw that one up for grabs and into traffic. Fortunate to get it back. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, back up inside their 20. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield.
You got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. Third down, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone. He tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
Makes a move. And the returner is stopped. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. They've been outstanding here in this first half. Might as well try for the knockout punch, David.
Yeah, confidence has to be at an all-time high. Great first half.
Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Smashes through the tackle. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. So the first play of the drive, starting here from the 45. Oh, looking for more room. Quick step and go. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Quick completion to the right. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Dumps it off in the flats. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. They'll move the tight end. Now the play fake. Gets rid of it. Catch in the middle. It's Miles. Picks up enough to give them first and 10 from the 11. Washington State lines up quickly. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock.
Timeout, Washington State.
It's first down from the 11. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the tight end. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch. Looking downfield, and time is running short. And the defense wraps up the first half by taking it to the quarterback and getting the sack. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. Washington State ready to boot it away to start the third quarter. Here's the return from inside his 10. And he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. Looking to pass. It's Garrett. Here comes the heat. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play. A continual subplot since these two first squared off in 1900 is Washington State trying to prove it deserves the same respect and status as UW.
And I think oftentimes the great rivalries out west are for...
Open field on the right. Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35. They just dialed up one big play. Let's see if they've got another one on first and 10 from the 35. He hurls one deep down the left side. And the DB forcing the incomplete pass with the deflection. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Handoff from the gun. Fighting off the defender. It'll be third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Grabbed in the middle, it's Harris. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down. And the Huskies are marching down the field. Off the play fake on first down. It's complete to the left. They get him down, but this offense is set up first and goal from the 9. The offense threatening. Close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. They want to throw it. Wide out trying to get it in. Touchdown, Washington. And they take it in for 6 more points. They've extended this lead, guys, but sometimes in a rivalry game, you get down and you fight back that much harder.
Man, you've seen crazy comebacks and crazy swings of momentum in rivalry games. You just need that first thing to break your way home.
And I think it really comes down to their key playmakers, David. They can come back, but these guys need to take ownership. Now's the time. In this type of game, they have got to step up and start making plays.
Wide receiver going in motion. Looking to throw on first down. And a sack all the way back at the 5.
This is a tough part of the field. You want to try to create some space and give yourself an opportunity not to throw out of your own end zone. They didn't hold up in protection. They give up the sack, but thank goodness they didn't give up a safety.
Going to try to pop one on the screen. That stiff arm got him a little space, but he'll be knocked down at the 11. They've already punted 4 times in this game, and they're about to run the guy out there for a 5th time if they don't pick up the first down here. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Active hands from the defense forcing that incomplete pass. Washington State sends the punt team onto the field. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David. And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. The Huskies with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Shoots it to the left. Quarterback needs to make a better throw there. Incomplete.
Well, this offense really is putting themselves behind the 8 ball right now on this drive. Sack first down. You've just thrown an incompletion, so 3rd in California. Defense knows you're probably going to throw it. What can you dial up here?
He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. The Huskies will be forced to boot it away. It's a fake. He wants to throw. He was able to come down with the pass, but not in bounds, so it'll be a turnover on downs. They'll run this play from the pistol. Power football with the run. Continuing to turn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Caught over the middle. It's Aurora. Excellent job working through the air. They're finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a ball.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. He's looking to pass. Trying to set up the screen. Oh, he's got some space. He smashes his way through again. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. They drag him down pretty quickly, but the defense forced a big turnover. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. Looking downfield, it's Garrett. Fires left. And it's incomplete, but the penalty flag has fallen in the holding zone. Let's see what the call is. Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Out of the gun, the give to the back. And they swarm him under. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Firing to the right, complete. Out of bounds at the 43-yard line after the huge pickup.
Well, this defense is going to have to find a way to start mixing up their coverages. They're in a tough spot. They're down right now, so most people would think the opponent would be running the ball, but when you've had the success these guys have had throwing it, you're going to see more shot.
Makes the grab. He gets it in. Touchdown, Huskies. If this dude were a kitchen knife, he would be slicing tomatoes so thin your in-laws would never come back to your house.
Well, that'd be a good thing. I don't know if I want my in-laws to come back anyways, but he's been on fire. He's been absolutely torching this defense. They've had absolutely no answers for him.
And he's coming out of the end zone. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Opening play of this drive comes from the 12-yard line. Here's the handoff. Running to Green.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Pulls and throws off the RPO. Looks as if that'll be enough to give Washington State a first down.
Picks up 3. That's a first down for the offense.
That's the end of the quarter, and Washington has the lead. And this beatdown is close to completion as we've reached the end of 3. Let's take a look at how we got here. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. The RPO, it's complete.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft.
Turning it on! Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
This has been a frustrating day. I mean, they haven't moved the ball consistently, and now you get a play, but they haven't put 2 and 3 and 4 plays together, and that's why they're trailing in this football game. So maybe they can find some kind of a rhythm here late in the game and get something cooking.
Washington State has it all working right now. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Good quickness to grab it off the balance. Got a lot of room to the right. Touchdown, Cougars. He got a step and just dusted the field.
And this has been a rough day for this offense, and finally, some good things to happen. Build some momentum maybe for the future. You know, that's the way the coaches spin it when you're getting beat up and you're getting destroyed. Like, listen, let's find something for the future. Let's keep fighting. Let's keep working. This team's done that, put some points on the board, so it's not all bad.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. He'll try to do it himself. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. Line gets set, first down. Looking for a crease, it's Goodman. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the first down. Washington has it and a fresh set of downs. They go to the draw. Past the 45. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down. His offense lines up feeling awfully good after that big play. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
And the Huskies come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. Touch pass on the right. He is not going to get there. Stopped short of the line to gain, and it'll be 4th down. It's 4th down, and they can make the field goal from here, but it looks as if they're going to leave the offense out there. The chains will move, and they'll have 1st and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18. The Huskies kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. They'll give it to the back. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Keep the foot on the pedal if you're on offense here. You got that yardage. Yeah, you didn't get the 1st down, but you've set yourself up now to go for it here and keep this drive alive.
On 4th down, looking for the completion. Caught in the backfield, it's Barnhart. He will not get there. They'll turn it over on downs, and that leaves the door open. This offense starts deep in a hole. Give to the running back. Slams his way forward. He'll get 3 out to the 11. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. They'll run it out of the shotgun. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Lofts one high and deep. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. Washington State sends out the punt unit. They're up to a half-dozen kicks today. He couldn't find much running room there. Didn't get a lot of blocking, and he'll step out of bounds. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a 1st down. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they have this game in hand right now. We'll see just how aggressive they want to be on offense. Inside the 25, they'll snap it from the 24th. Breaks into the... headed to the end zone. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just added their total.
And all the hard work and commitment pays off, getting their 1st win of the season. Really impressed how they came out. After starting the season 0-2, they knew this was going to be a physical game, and they came ready to go on both sides of the ball. Very, very impressive.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the returner goes down. Here comes the Wazoo offense onto the field again. Not a lot to feel great about in this one, Jesse, but I'm sure they'll try to seek out some positives.
Well, this might be an opportunity, too, Reese, to go back when they watch.
And a sack all the way back at the 5.
And that play is a microcosm of what this game has been. They have not been able to protect their quarterback all game long, early or late, up front. Moving forward, this offense has got to do a better job, or else they're going to be in a lot of trouble. You cannot give up as many sacks as they have in this game and expect to win.
A deep throw as the clock winds down. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down. Washington State will have to boot it away. He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. Makes the catch right at the 50. Really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. Past the 1st down marker and still running. And he's brought down after a nice game.
Big reason why his team has the lead right now late is because of his performance running the football. Well over 100 yards in this game. They knew that they were going to have to really put a lot of pressure on him. He'd have to shoulder the load, and he has delivered for his offense all game long.
Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. The Huskies had that dog in them in this one, taking down the Cougs for the Apple Cup and the Governor's Trophy. That will